What if I told you that I know the crypto market is going to continue to crash until October 5th, 2026? This is not a prediction. This is not hopium. This is not anything to scare anyone, but this is just straight data. While everyone else is giving all of these crazy price predictions online about this summer for crypto to be really good, out of nowhere, the market's just going to stop bleeding. The Clarity Act is going to happen and it's going to change everything. Well, there's no guarantee of the Clarity Act being signed. Currently, it's sitting under a 50% chance of it getting signed here in 2026. So let's just say that the Clarity Act is not being signed, and let's go back to the charts. I mean, look at Bitcoin, right? This is something we have to talk about. Going to pull up the Bitcoin chart for you guys here. Not a lot of people know this, but historically, Bitcoin, every single time, the numbers add up. 1,064 days up, reaching an all-time high, and then 364 days down for that cycle low. 1,064 days up, reaching an all-time high, and then 364 days of this cycle low. It's happened time and time again ever since the start of Bitcoin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently in that phase where, we saw October 6th of 2025 was the previous cycle low. That was 1,064 days after its cycle low back in November of 2022. Now our cycle high, $126,000 for Bitcoin on October 6th, 2025. 364 days later would be October 5th, 2026, which would be, a couple of months from now for Bitcoin. 364 days later, Bitcoin could potentially be trading around, $47,000, maybe $40,000. Best case scenario, hopefully within that range and not lower. But the chart shows everything right there, and it hasn't been wrong yet. Now, the only way it could potentially be wrong is if we do somehow magically get this Clarity Act to be signed. It could help with price appreciation, but let's just say it's not signed, then Bitcoin will probably go into that same exact cycle, trading around $47,000, potentially lower by October 5th, 2026, and that will be the floor, and those will be opportunities where I'll be buying. I don't buy Bitcoin, but I'll be buying XRP during those times, okay? And I believe that XRP will potentially follow Bitcoin as of until October, and will probably trade anywhere between 80 to 60 cents on XRP. I believe that XRP will go down to 80 to 60 cents in October, and that's where I'm going to be buying a lot right there. And then if this trend is right for Bitcoin, right, 1,064 days up, 364 days down after October 5th, 2026, 1,064 days later would lead into September of 2029. So that's where I believe the bull market is going to start, but we're going to have to go a little bit lower first with crypto, and then we'll be able to go back up. So, like I said, October 5th,